Last Sunday, I baptized my nephew Bryce's first child. They live in Reno, Nevada, so they came here to have the baptism, visit with family. You who've been at baptisms might know that in the ritual at the very beginning, you ask the parents a question. You say, "Parents, you have come to present this child for baptism. In doing so, you are taking on the responsibility of training your child in the ways of faith by loving God and loving our neighbor." And then you say, "Do you clearly understand what you're undertaking?" And the ritual says they answer, "We do." So they did. They answered, "We do." But as the ritual went on, I kept thinking, does anybody clearly understand what they're undertaking? Because I had baptized the dad 36 years ago, and his parents said the same thing. When I asked, "Do you clearly understand what you're undertaking?" They said, "We do." But as I look back over his life, I don't think they ever knew all the different adventures that would be coming their way. None of us know the future. So we're making that promise into the future, saying, "Yeah, I think I understand what I'm getting into here, and I think I can figure out how to teach them the ways of faith." But if you asked the three people in today's readings, Ezekiel, Paul, and Jesus, what are some of the things you would teach just from what they're saying today? You'd hear these kind of things. So Ezekiel, called to be a prophet, but is told by Jesus, "I am going to send you to a stubborn, hard-necked people who will not listen to you." Oh, great. So we could say when we're teaching little Polly, who was baptized on Sunday, "Polly, as you grow up, being a Christian is not going to be easy. You're going to be in the midst of a stubborn, hard-necked people who probably won't want to listen to what you're teaching them about what Jesus taught." Because that's the way our world is. But Ezekiel would also say, but don't stop believing, don't stop teaching, don't stop being that way, because as God tells Ezekiel, at least they will know that a prophet was among them. So they may not change, but when you leave them, they'll say, "Wow, that guy, that woman spoke God's word to us." And St. Paul, in that second reading, teaches something very profound, but something that most of us as Christians probably don't want to listen to at all, and that is, in our weakness, God works. In our weakness. Because most of the time we think God works through my strength. It's what I'm really good at. It's what I'm accomplished in this. There's God's glory. And St. Paul's saying, no, it's in our weakness God is working. Then God can be strong. St. Paul doesn't say what his thorn in the flesh was. It's been speculated over the years, all from a type of sin to some physical disability to a speech impediment, all kinds of speculation as to what it was that kept him from being filled with pride. But it's probably better that we don't know, because then all of us can identify with it. Because all of us have some thorn. We all do. We all have some weakness. If you don't have it yet, just wait. You will. It will come. You will hurt. Your body won't be right. You'll find yourself failing in some way or another. But St. Paul says, that's great. That's a wonderful thing. Because then you need God. You need God. If we're successful and healthy and able to accomplish all kinds of things and don't need God, that's not good. Because in our weakness, God works. When we need God, then God can be great. Then God can be God. And so we say to Polly on Sunday, welcome to being a Christian and really welcome to humanity. You will have a thorn in the flesh just like all the rest of us do. But hopefully you'll discover earlier than later that God will work right there, right in the midst of weakness, in the midst of your struggles. That's where God will work the strongest. And Jesus might say, Polly, even in your own home, you might have some struggles along the way, because he goes back to Nazareth. And what does he find back with the people who saw him grow up? A great lack of faith. But you might also be saying to Polly, see, here's how it works. You have to put your faith in Jesus. And there, things will happen. Because he could do really nothing without that faith. But if you have faith, as others do throughout the Gospels, amazing things happen. And so, Polly, while this life is full of challenges, and people may not listen to you, and they might be stubborn, but if you have faith, just sit back and watch. Because God will do incredible things in your life. It will be an amazing life. After we ask the parents that question, and then the godparents, if they're ready to help, we claim the child with a cross. And we invite the parents and godparents to trace the cross on the child's forehead. It's that mark, the cross, that we give to those who we want to be like us in faith. A cross. Because all of us have come to know that that cross is where we found salvation. And by picking up ours in the challenges and the weaknesses and the life that comes our way, we will find the same salvation, the same glory that Jesus found. Yeah, we may not know what lies ahead for any of us, but we know where our salvation lies.